Hello, welcome to episode 19, Old Town Carol Singing. It's so dark. Dex's brindle coat was barely visible in the early evening gloom, and it's only 4 o'clock. Cold nose, Bear complained, trying to tuck Kenny deeper into his thick winter coat. Here, Mum smiled, pulling their new beanies from her bag. Remember the beanies that Nana gave them? These should help. Lily wrapped Bear's scarf around him a little tighter. The lights will be worth it, I promise. The old town looks magical at night. They followed the crowd through narrow cobbled streets that wound up the steep hills of Bath. Christmas lights twinkled overhead like stars, strung between honey-coloured Georgian stone buildings. Everyone carried candles in little paper holders, making shadows dance on the ancient Roman walls. In the town square, a nativity scene glowed softly. Children dressed as angels and shepherds gathered around the manger, their costumes sparkling in the candlelight. The smell of mulled wine and roasted chestnuts filled the air, and in the distance, the royal crescent curved gracefully against the darkening sky. Look, Bear pointed at a choir forming near the nativity, singing. Silent night, the carol began. Dex couldn't help himself. He threw back his head and let out a long howl. The crowd went silent. Bear giggled. He tooted helpfully. Then someone laughed, and another. Soon the whole square was filled with chuckling and laughing people. Well, the choir leader said, grinning, we've never had such enthusiastic audience participation. Would our foreign friends like to join in? As they sang, away in a manger, Dex's howling harmony made everyone laugh even more. Even shy people in the crowd started joining in and singing louder. Bear tried to teach Kenny the actions, nearly dropping his mince pie in the process. The evening continued with more carols. "O little town of Bethlehem," echoed off the Bath stone walls as church bells rang for evening service. Children ran around with sparklers, making patterns in the darkness, while parents sipped steaming cups of mulled wine. As they sang, "We three kings," Dex's howling grew more confident with each verse. The marble in his pocket felt warm against the cold night air, as if it too was enjoying the music. Some things, Mum whispered, watching Bear try to share his roasted chestnuts with Kenny, are the same everywhere. Christmas brings people together. Speaking of which, Lily said, her blue eyes twinkling, there's a wonderful pantomime tomorrow at the Theatre Royal. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. You should come with me and bring the kids. What's a pantomime? Dex asked, his breath making little clouds in the air. Oh, you'll see, Mum said mysteriously. It's very interactive. Snack? Bear asked hopefully, offering Kenny a bite of his mince pie. And so much more, Lily promised. You'll love it. The last carol ended just as the church bells chimed 8 o'clock. Bear was getting sleepy, his head nodded against Mum's shoulder. Time for bed, Mum said softly. We have to get up early tomorrow to get to the pantomime. Through the frosty streets as they walked home, their candles joined in the twinkling Christmas lights overhead. The Bath stone glowed warmly in the candlelight as they made their way down the hill. Tomorrow would bring new adventures, but tonight's magic would stay with them always. I wonder what a pantomime is. We'll have to wait until tomorrow to find out, won't we?